Four Seasons Sports and Equipment, the Sports Closet, now located at shop number 3, Leaders Plaza, Nashville, Mandeville, Manchester. Call them today at 876-613-7429. Cellular phone 876-363-8323 or 876-546-0630. Yes, you asked for it and now you got it. Four Seasons Sports and Equipment. Shop with us for a wide range of sporting goods and equipment. It's Four Seasons Sports and Equipment. Sports Closet you'll never go asking for anymore.
I hope and trust that you're all hearing me. Now you can see me. All right. All right. There you go. So those who were on the radio were hearing, and those who were uh, on YouTube and Facebook Live, you were also hearing me through the system. But now you're able to see me in person in the studios of NRP Media. All right, so we've been telling you that the program today is sponsored by the Sports Closet, and they're over there in Mandeville, in Manchester. And Lord Lodi Barker would normally be joining me on a Saturday, but he's unable to join us today in the program. But nonetheless, I'm here. And though I'm a little bit under the weather, we can still go through and provide you with some information as relates to what we are doing and what we would want to broadcast to you. First off, this morning or this afternoon rather, like to let you know that as the Portland FA Western Union Major League continues this weekend, on Saturday, Rio United will host former champions Ujama Asisi at the Berrydale and over there in Portland, as both teams seek their first point. All right, so once again, that's Rio United will host former champions Ujama Asisi at Berrydale, as both teams seek their first point. Come tomorrow, Sunday, will be defending champions Wi-Fi United going up against their second win, or going up for their second win, as they host former champions Manchester CC at Snow Hill, and newcomers Kensington SC hosts another former champions Progressive FC at Jones Park. So over on the eastern side of the country, those events will be underway today and also tomorrow. As you are very well aware, the games normally start at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So come 3 o'clock this afternoon, the first set of games should be on, all the matches, and come tomorrow, you'll have those other two at 3 o'clock in the afternoon being done. Also want to provide for you some other information that have become available to us. As you know, that the Reggae Girls drew, I think, 1-1 just this week, and we're going to be sharing with you some interviews as was presented to us after the post-game interviews that was done. But we want to also let you know that Jamaica is up in the rankings, or still in a very, very favored position in the rankings, and we're going to provide that information to you just about now. All right, so just want to tell you that that the accreditation at this time is being taken from media persons who will want to participate in the next round of matches that will be done, Cavalier and Robin Hood in Suriname, and the teams, the managers of the CONCACAF team really reaching out to media persons at this time to speed up their accreditation so that they will not miss out on anything that will be taking place during that time. The Reggae Boys, as you would have heard in other sections of the media right now, remain at 55 or 55th position in the November edition of the FIFA World Cup rankings, right? So the Reggae Boys remain at 55th in the November edition of the FIFA World Rankings. Jamaica remains 6th place in CONCACAF. 6th place out of so many teams across the world. Jamaica remains at 6th place in CONCACAF and number 1 in the Caribbean. I think you should be sounding some trumpets right now or knocking some pot covers or something, right? Because this is very good news for an island that is plagued with so many challenges, right? You can be boasting like this. Jamaica being at 6th place in CONCACAF and number 1 in the Caribbean based on the latest FIFA rankings. Great news for Jamaica in the sport, and we just want to continue to encourage and give as much support as we can to the teams. We have the Reggae Boys and we have the Reggae Girls, and the Reggae Boys holding it up for Jamaica, and the girls trying very, very hard to come back into contention and to really be one of the female teams that really stand out within the region and, let's say, the further parts of the world, or let's say in the world. All right. So once again, Jamaica is number 1 in the Caribbean based on the latest FIFA rankings. Jamaica is at 6th position in the CONCACAF, and Jamaica is also 55th across the world in the November edition of the FIFA World Rankings, right? Big up to Jamaica. Big up to those who are in the sport, and we look forward. Now, happening right as we speak, over there in Mandeville, in Manchester, we do have the JTA hosting its one-day, rally. All right, let me just bring up that information for you. Right, it's football and netball rally taking place over there in Manchester at the Manchester High School. That is ongoing. We will show some highlights of that. Then we're going to be going to the VOA for that half-an-hour program with Sunny, with the Sunny side of sports. Yesterday, the program was broadcast, and we'll share that with you in audio form. All right, so today, as we said, the football and netball rally produced and presented by the Jamaica Teachers Association is now on at the Manchester High School, and they started at 9 o'clock this morning. A lot of surprises are in the parishes across the country do have their own teams. So each parish fielding teams in netball and football, and we look forward to sharing that with you. All right, so we're going to try our best to see if we can bring them up on screen in terms of some of the shots that we have had since morning for you. So we're going to try to share that with you. But as I said before, today is going to be quite interesting. And I want to remind you one more time that the program is brought to you by Four Seasons Sports Closet over there in Mandeville in Manchester. So we'll try to bring that up for you momentarily. Stay with us. Our intention is to provide you with information that we know you can utilize and that you'll be more than happy to have as part of what we are doing here, right? And so stay tuned with us right here on this program, Sports 365, happening right now on NRP Radio, on Facebook Live, and of course on YouTube. Let's go back to our sponsor while we're trying to bring up that information for you from Mandeville, Manchester at this time.
Four Seasons Sports and Equipment, the Sports Closet, now located at shop number 3, Leaders Plaza, Nashville, Mandeville, Manchester. Call them today at 876-613-7429. Cellular phone 876-363-8323 or 876-546-0630. Yes, you asked for it and now you got it. Four Seasons Sports and Equipment. Shop with us for a wide range of sporting goods and equipment. It's Four Seasons Sports and Equipment. Sports Closet, you'll never go asking for anymore.
All right, so you won't go asking for any more anywhere. Yeah, right, because you're going to be part and parcel of all of what we are showcasing on a day like this. All right. So stay with us. It's our intention to share. We're going to be going some pictorials, right? So we're going to go some pictorials, and we're going to see what's happening there.
St. James Trelawney on court 2. St. James Trelawney on court.
Right. So St. James and Trelawney started things off, and here's some of the action that you're seeing online. Right. The JTA football and netball rally taking place. And of course, we're bringing it to you, right? That's some of the action. All right, that's some of the action. So let's see if we can go back and do some of that for you. All right, and bring this down here. All right, so I'm multitasking the studio just to make sure that you get all the things that we are talking about, and to ensure that if you are in nearby, you can definitely go on over and be part of what is taking place over there in Manville, Manchester at this time. It's the JTA netball and football rally. All right, so these are some of the action.
St. James Trelawney on court 2. St. James Trelawney on court.
All right, and as we said, we're just showcasing some of the activities. There are teams there going at it in the netball competition, which is on the way over there in Manville, Manchester. Teams are from right across the island, and you can see the turnout so far with that particular shot that we are showcasing. Right, so as they become available to us, we are showing them to you, and we want to say to you, if you are in a nearby location, then please go on over and be part of what is happening at this time over there in Mandeville in Manchester. And so we also want to showcase to you some very important people. We've got the RO out of Mandeville, who is part of what is going on there. We will bring that to you momentarily. All right, just getting it to the section where they started all this morning. Let's see if we can share this one here now. All right. Okay. And so those are some of the teams that we have there. All right. Participating in the activity. Okay. They are just some information sent us by WhatsApp. So we are showcasing them to you and some of the people who are on ground.
Hanover, where are you? Tell them if you're ready to go. I won't do that to Hanover another time. Good morning, you're tired. The journey has been a very long one, I agree. Ladies and gentlemen, colleagues all, I crave your undivided attention at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, colleagues all, I crave your attention. Thank you very much. We're in a school setting after all. And so this morning, ladies and gentlemen, you're here at Manchester High School for one of JTA's annual flagship activities, that of our netball and football rally.
All right, so that was Regional Officer Mrs. Georgia Wall Richards getting things going this morning. And coming up now is Mr. Bailey, who is the chairman of the JTA Sports Committee. All right, he bringing his greetings there. Kemar Bailey, the chairman of the Sports Committee, and to his right on the screen, and which is your left, is the regional officer for the Northeast region. That is Mrs. Petal Thompson Williams, listening in to what's taking place. All right, and there, I think she is kind of astonished as to, one of the netballers not getting the ball into the net and holding her head there. As she watches what's taking place. But here's some more action on the field in pictures, right? Two teams there going up, not too sure of the colors that I can tell you about, but that is what is taking place on the field.
St. James Trelawney on court 2. St. James Trelawney on court.
Okay, so that was what we showcased earlier on, and more teams as we scan through
St. James,
and some of the pictures that we would have been shared with us. Excellent, and all of these persons are individuals who are from the teaching fraternity. They are teachers who are sports enthusiasts. Some of them are coaches within their own institutions, and so that is taking place in Mandeville at the Manchester High School at this time as we speak. This is Sports 365. It's 21 minutes. Make that 29 minutes. Yes, 29 minutes after the hour of 1 o'clock, right? And the program today comes to you straight out of Manchester, Jamaica. It's happening on nrpmediaja.com, on our YouTube channel, NRP Media JA, and on Facebook at NRP Media JA, and under the name LEAON Nash. All right. So we look forward to you continuing to give support and supporting our broadcast here on Saturday. At this time, we're going to go now to some audio that we're going to be sharing with you from the team over there at the Voice of America. And of course, they are here giving us information every week, right? And we are grateful for what they are sharing with us. So let's join now Sunny Side of Sport with Sunny and the team at the VOA.
Stand up! Stand up! Stand up!
Friends, we can all listen to the sunny side of sports.
Great show, bro. This is Sunny Side of Sports.
Right here on the Voice of America.
Voice of America.
Sporty greetings, Voice of America listeners. This is VOA's Sonny Young in Washington. Welcome to the December 1st edition of the Sunny Side of Sports. Coming up on Friday's show, World Football's governing body FIFA releases its latest rankings. Comoros reaches a new high. Fisayo Dairo, the chief football writer at ACLsports.com, analyzes this week's UEFA Champions League matches. Also, it's been a successful year for South Africa's national women's cricket team. Myron Nika will have a report, plus much more coming up on Friday's Sunny Side of Sports. Let's give a Sunny Side of Sports salute to the national men's football team from Comoros, which is celebrating its highest ever position in the FIFA rankings. The Islanders moved up 9 places to 119th overall and 30th in Africa after beating Ghana and the Central African Republic in 2026 World Cup qualifying matches. It will overall. Another pride of Lions, the Lions of Teranga of Senegal, are second in Africa and 20th overall. Tunisia, Algeria, and Egypt are ranked 3rd, 4th, and 5th in Africa. And rounding out the top 10, Nigeria is 6th, Cameroon is 7th, Ivory Coast is 8th, Mali 9th, and Burkina Faso 10th. Those 10 highest-ranked African teams I just mentioned will all compete at the Africa Cup of Nations tournament, which kicks off in Ivory Coast in 43 days. In European club football, there's only one more round of group stage matches in the UEFA Champions League competition. So far, 12 teams are locked into the round of 16 knockout phase. For a look at some of the highlights in this week's Champions League matches, Iron Mike Mbonye spoke with the chief football writer at ACLsports.com, Fisayo Dairo.
It was another round of exciting soccer hostilities in Europe as some of Europe's top soccer clubs came once again together to give the fans what they love enjoying on the big nights of European football. There were lots of impressive individual performances. How are we not going to talk about the only hat-trick hero of the match round, which was Benfica's João Mario, who scored a treble in that 3-3 draw with last year's beaten finalist Inter Milan. Also, there were some other impressive performances from individuals. You will not forget to mention likes of Marco Reus, of Borussia Dortmund, Jude Bellingham, of Real Madrid, and Phil Foden of Manchester City, who all had a goal and assist each to help their teams to very good victories or important results on their respective nights. Yes, there were also impressive team performances like that of Arsenal, who had 6 different goal scorers in the 6-0 annihilation of RC Lens at the Emirates Stadium. Real Madrid also were imperious in their 4-2 destruction of Napoli in Spain. There were also some important comebacks, some dramatic comebacks by clubs, including the reigning champions Manchester City, who came from 2 goals down at halftime to defeat their opponents 3-2 at the Etihad Stadium, RB Leipzig. They are the 2 already qualified teams from that group, and it was really an exciting game of football. And how am I not going to mention that Inter Milan game once again, where the last year's beaten finalists came from 3-0 down to rescue a 3-3 draw away in that particular match. 3-0 down at halftime in Portugal, and guess what? They channeled their fantastic spirit, their tenacious ability to ensure that they got fantastic point in that one. So that's the story on Tuesday and Wednesday. Lots of eye-catching performances. We also had a very great goalkeeping display for RB Salzburg's goalkeeper, Anton Schangler, who was magnificent in their goalless draw away at Real Sociedad.
16 games were played on UEFA Champions League match day 5 games. Kindly tell Sunny Side of Sports listeners the teams that made it to the round of 16.
The 6 previous teams that have qualified for this round of 16 include the reigning champions Manchester City, who have a 100% record, 5 wins out last year's beaten finalists Inter Milan and RB Leipzig of Germany. The remaining 5 that just joined in this round of matches include former champions Barcelona, who won at home to FC Porto, and this time they will be joined by Borussia Dortmund, who secured a massive away win at AC Milan. Lazio, who had Ciro Immobile scoring a brace in their home win, as well as Atletico Madrid and English giants Arsenal, who I talked earlier annihilated RC Lens of France. We have some games which will be like winner takes all encounters on match day 6, and that will include that between Napoli and Sporting Braga. Whoever wins the game goes through to the round of 16 most definitely, although Napoli will advance with just a draw in that game. There are also other teams within the periphery of qualification, and they just need a bare minimum results in the final round to have their place in the round of 16.
Fisayo, what's your take on the performance of African players for their clubs during UEFA Champions League round of 5 games?
There were a few African goals in this round of the UEFA Champions League, and the most outstanding, and of course the most talked about one among them has to be that of Hakim Ziyech, the Moroccan international playing his club football with Galatasaray in Turkey. The former Chelsea winger scored twice, both free kicks, as his side rescued a 3-3 draw against Manchester United, the English giants. Galatasaray were 2-0 down within the first 20 minutes of play, but Ziyech brought them back into it with a call-in free kick in the 29th minute. But at the start of the second half, United went 3-1 up again through Scott McTominay, but Ziyech once again fired home a free kick in the 62nd minute. And although a lot of people, of course, believe that Cameroonian goalkeeper Andre Onana of Manchester United should and could have actually done better with those free kicks. But that's not to take anything away from the brilliance of the kicks taken by Ziyech. Ziyech himself now provided the all-important equalizing goal for Galatasaray in the 71st minute as they kept their qualification hopes for the round of 16 alive in that 3-3 draw. Two more Africans, one of them Ziyech's compatriot, Youssef En-Nesyri, also scored for Sevilla in their unfortunate 2-3 loss at home to PSV Eindhoven in Spain. Sevilla went 2-0 up in that game, but PSV came back at one of the impressive comebacks of this round, winning that 3-2. And the other African goal scorer on Wednesday night was Cameroonian midfielder Frank Zambo Anguissa, who scored for Napoli in that 2-4 loss away to Real Madrid. We kept their 100% record alive in this group stage of the Champions League. And we'll be waiting for the next 2 weeks, where we have another round of exciting action as usual in this level of soccer.
That's Fisayo Dairo, the chief football writer at ACLSports.com. And Fisayo spoke with Iron Mike Mbonye on the telephone from Port Harcourt, Nigeria.
Sporty greetings. This is Fisayo Dairo, chief football writer at ACLSports.com, and you are listening to the sunny side of sports on the Voice of America.
You can follow the sunny side of sports on Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, and at voaafrica.com. My Facebook address is facebook.com/VOA Sunny. My X, formerly known as Twitter handle, is at VOA Sunny Sports. And if you go to voaafrica.com, you can listen online to the sunny side of sports, as well as past episodes. Check out voaafrica.com for lots of African news. For world news, go to voanews.com. It's been a successful year for South Africa's national women's cricket team. On home soil, the South African ladies finished as runners-up in the ICC T20 World Cup, losing out to Australia in a pulsating final. The South African women also enjoyed success against Pakistan away from home and against New Zealand on home soil. The Proteas will round off their year against Bangladesh in a series which begins this Sunday. Myron Nika reports from Durban. Sporty greetings, Myron.
Sporty greetings, Sonny. What a year it's been for South Africa's national women's cricket team. They're currently ranked third in the world in one-day international cricket and fifth in the T20 format. Coach Hilton Moring looks back on the year fondly while preparing his team for their final assignment for 2023, a multi-format home series against Bangladesh. He's picked a young team with veterans like Shabnim Ismail, Dane van Kerk and Trisha Chetty calling time on their careers. Moring praised them for their contribution and is excited about building a new crop of players.
Yeah, I think with every team, you know that there's going to come a time where your nucleus will go. And most professional, experienced players, I think, like you see, you always have those kind of players in the change room where you have those players that's transitioning into life after cricket. You have the ones that is now in their peak form and others is just starting. So we had the opportunity to work and see the talent that they have and what they've done for their country.
A massive banner with some of the South African players hangs outside Willamore Park, marketing the first T20 match against Bangladesh. Nonkululeko Mlaba, who's been one of the standout players this year, is featured. The left-arm spinner, who's now ranked second in the world in T20 cricket, comes from humble beginnings in the KwaZulu-Natal region. She ranks 2023 as her best year since she made her debut back in 2019.
Yeah, this year has been the best year for me so far. I think especially in my cricket career, I've done well this past year, and I've done things that I've never thought I would do, honestly. It's been a great year for me. I'm very happy of me growing, especially in the cricket environment. Just a lot has happened, and good things happened. So, yeah.
In addition to the Proteas' success on the international circuit, the country's mother body, Cricket South Africa, also confirmed the establishment of a professional league. It's the first of its kind for women cricketers on the African continent. Maureen and Mlaba shared their thoughts.
I think they welcome that. It's always something that they always wanted to have in the country, because it's something that we felt we were lacking behind. As you look at the top 4 in world cricket, they have those kind of leagues, and they play as a professional. They can focus on cricket, and that's all they do. And we only had 14, at the most 15 cricketers that could do that in the country. So to have a bigger base of that, and also increases the coaches, medical staff, more people are getting involved, this means the system is becoming much healthier and much competitive, which is very good to see.
Oh, no, I think now things are going in the right path. After we made it to the final of the World Cup, I feel like things are changing, because even the provincial, they are professionals now. A lot is happening, and I see there's a potential of having our own league, SA20, of which they're still working on that, and that will be a great thing. To have that, because most of us were not playing outside league, so it'll be a great experience for us as well. I feel like women's cricket is going to another level now.
This group of cricketers are determined to end the year on a high. 20-year-old Elise Marie Marks is a debutant in the team and represents a new wave of players coming into the setup. She plans to absorb as much as possible during the upcoming series.
Take as much information as I can from the senior players, especially the bowlers, and just enjoy myself. I think that's the most important thing. I think you can get caught up in the moment and then forget to enjoy yourself. So for me, it's just to enjoy myself, take as much information, and be basically SpongeBob.
South Africa and Bangladesh will face off in a 3-match T20 series, followed by a 3-game ODI series. It's a chance for South Africa to end the year on a high, and also blood a new group of youngsters into the team as they plan and prepare for 2024, which will see them head to Australia first up in January. For the sunny side of sports, this is Myron Naika in Durban, South Africa.
Hello, this is Heather Maxwell, host of Music Time in Africa. Join me every Saturday and Sunday for an hour of awesome African music.
Wake up, dance this music.
Like to stay on top of new music trends? Breakout artists? New releases? Maybe you just love the classic styles and artists of the past. Or simply the sound and feel of a good beat. Whatever your pleasure, you can get it every week right here on Music Time in Africa. So join me on your local FM station, Saturdays and Sundays at 1500 and 2000 UTC.
Samson Omale joins us once again on the sunny side of sports with another extra spicy package of African sports news. Sporty Friday greetings, Samson.
Sporty Friday greetings to you too, Sunny. We begin the wrap of Africa's sports highlight with football. The CAF Champions League group stage matches makes a return this Friday as the race towards a place in the knockout stages of Accra's Premier Club competition heats up. Following their crushing 3-0 defeat to Al Ahly in Egypt last week, Ghana's Madema plays host to another North African side in Algeria's CL Belouizdad on Friday evening. Madema SC coach Evans Adote insists his team is fully focused on the CAF Champions League game against CD Belouizdad following their defeat to Al Ahly in the Group D opener.
The past is gone. We were in Egypt last Friday, and going into the last game, most of the media wrote us off, counted us out, that it was impossible to encounter hard, especially at their own backyard. But me as a coach, I didn't motivate myself as well as my team. There was a hope that I was going to at least come back with a point, which we did until the 65th minute. That was where the disaster started coming.
In other fixtures, Al Hilal welcomed a high in confidence ES Tunis to Sudan. One of the marquee fixtures of the weekend sees a high-flying Mamelodi Sundowns of South Africa travel to DR Congo to face TP Mazembe on Saturday for what promises to be a fierce Group A battle. Coach Rulani Mokwena of Sundowns describes the atmosphere in Lubumbashi as one that can be hostile and intimidating to any visiting team.
In my experiences a little bit with the Champions League, there are probably 3 very, very hostile environments, and Lubumbashi is one of them. If it's not number 1, it's number 2 in the top 3. And so that's the biggest thing for us that we have to. But now we've played in Casablanca, we've played in Algeria, we've played in Cairo, and those were very hostile too.
Elsewhere, giant slayers joining Galaxy, who have raised some eyebrows across the continent following their shock away win over Wydad AC, will be looking at continuing their fairy tale run when they host Simba SC in Gaborone. Coach Katika Mazuzi of Simba SC expects a tough encounter against Galaxy.
It's a match difficult, very difficult because Galaxy win in Morocco against Wydad. It's a big score, big match. We play, we go playing as we know, without tension, without. We go to play, we go to win.
Later in the afternoon, Young Africans play host to reigning champions Al Ahly in Tanzania. Al Ahly's Egyptian counterparts Pyramids are also on the road to face a wounded Nouadhibou in Mauritania, who suffered a 3-0 loss to Sundowns last Sunday. And now to women football. The Super Falcons of Nigeria have won foot in the 2024 Women's Africa Cup of Nations after seeing off Cape Verde 5-0 in the first leg of their final qualifying round in Abuja on Thursday. The Super Falcons had a bye into this round after Sao Tome and Principe's withdrawal. The Super Falcons will now focus on completing their qualification task in the return leg in Praia next Tuesday. Despite the huge win, Super Falcons standing captain Rashidat Ajibade believes the girls will have done better.
It's not the best game, we could be better because we know we've set a standard for ourselves, so we just have to keep building up on the standard. It's very important that you have youthful players on the team and you also have a experienced player on the team, because eventually that's what makes the team, because most of the time when you have so much youth player and there's no experience, sometimes experience beats youthfulness sometimes. So most of the time when we have the couple of those, the youth and the experienced one on the team, it really helps.
In cricket news, Uganda will make their first appearance at a Cricket World Cup next year after qualifying on Thursday for the T20 tournament to be hosted by the West Indies and the United States. A 9-wicket win over Rwanda secured Uganda second place in the African regional qualifying event, joining Namibia at the 2024 T20 World Cup while eliminating Zimbabwe from contention. Uganda bowled Rwanda out for just 65 and knocked off the runs in 8.1 overs to record their 5th win in 6 matches in Windhoek. Brian Masaba, captain of the Cricket Crane, says the qualification will improve Ugandan cricket going forward.
It's massive for Ugandan cricket. It opens a lot of doors for us. We've shown the world that we can play, and hopefully that opens doors in terms of facilities and facilitation, and hopefully get more support from the government. I think we've shown that sports is a viable industry.
Namibia's Richelieu Eagles are en route to their 3rd straight World Cup after beating Tanzania by 58 runs. Pierre de Butien, head coach of the Richelieu Eagles, described the team's qualification for their 3rd World Cup as well-deserved.
What makes it special is a group of players, coaching staff, everyone that believes in a very strong culture. Our culture is our driver, and I'll put it down to that. It's a group of players that trains very hard. But to think about 3 World Cups in the last 4 years and qualifying for 3 World Cups in a row, I need to pinch myself, but I also know that it's well deserved.
Away from cricket now, South Africa and Nigeria canoe teams have qualified for the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. The two countries dominated the first Confederation of Africa canoe sprint and para canoe qualifiers for the 2024 Paris Olympics as they just concluded qualifying championships in Abuja. South Africa finished first on the medal table with a total of 8 gold medals and 1 bronze. Host Nigeria won a total of 9 medals comprising 4 gold, 4 silver and 1 bronze. Tunisia came third with a total of 15 medals, 3 gold, 5 silver and 7 bronze medals. Kim Popley, president of the Canoeing Association of South Africa, said the canoeing sport in Africa is still developing.
It's a fantastic sport. It's very different for Africa being a water-based sport. You know, we're not used to that. So we have to look at our National Olympic Committees. We've got to look at the IOC on Olympic solidarity and private companies. You know, we've got to go and sell our stories.
In less than 100 days to go before the 13th African Games tagged Accra 2023, Ghana's Vice President Dr. Mahmoudou Bawumia, while speaking at the 100-day countdown to the Games, said about 5,000 athletes, 3,000 officials and 30,000 fans are expected in the country for the Games, which will be held between March 8th to March 23rd, 2024.
Indeed, our government sees the development, promotion and organization of sports, especially the African Games, as an investment for the future. The construction of modern sports facilities for the African Games is therefore a deliberate effort towards providing additional infrastructure to propel sports for development.
In basketball news, NBA Africa has announced that a new subsidiary has been established in Kenya with an office located in Westlands, Nairobi. The NBA Kenya office will support all of the league's business and basketball development initiatives in the country. Nairobi becomes NBA Africa's 5th office on the continent, joining Cairo in Egypt, Dakar, Senegal, Johannesburg in South Africa, and Lagos, Nigeria.
Thanks, Samson. And if you go to the Sunny Side of Sports Facebook page at facebook.com/VOA Sunny, you'll see a photo of the ribbon cutting ceremony at NBA Africa's new Nairobi office. Among those on hand for the ceremony was 5-time NBA champion Ron Harper. 9 NBA games Thursday night. In a matchup between California-based teams, the Golden State Warriors beat the visiting Los Angeles Clippers. The AP's Ryan Leong reports from San Francisco, California.
Stephen Curry scored 26 points with 8 assists and 7 rebounds as the Warriors beat the Clippers 120-114. Warriors guard Klay Thompson scored 22 points.
Just felt really good to get back on track, especially after a tough one we let slip away. And hopefully we build off it and go do the same thing in Los Angeles.
Golden State won despite the absence of Chris Paul, Andrew Wiggins, and Gary Payton II. The Clippers went 2-3, playing 5 games in 7 nights. In the loss, Kawhi Leonard scored 23 points, while James Harden and Ivica Zubac each had 18 points. Ryan Leong, San Francisco.
Thanks, Ryan. From San Francisco, let's go to Chicago, where the Bulls beat the Milwaukee Bucks in overtime. Picking up the story, here's the AP's David Schuster.
Nikola Vucevic scored a game-high 29 points as the Bulls defeated the Bucks 120-113 in overtime.
That feels definitely great to get a win, especially after 5 losses in a row and the way the season's been going for us. But I'm very proud of how we competed tonight, how we fought. It wasn't perfect.
The Bulls fell behind 9-0 3 minutes into the contest and needed a 3-pointer from Alex Caruso at the end of regulation to send it into OT. The win snapped the 5-game losing skid by the Bulls and was just Milwaukee's second loss in their last 10 games. David Schuster, Chicago.
Thanks, David. Finally, let's give a Sunny Side of Sports salute to Atlanta Hawks guard Trae Young. No relation. Trae fired in 45 points Thursday night. He was the night's high scorer in the NBA as the Hawks edged the San Antonio Spurs 137-135.
VOA brings you the best in African music on the African Beat. African Beat showcases the latest and the greatest of contemporary African music, from Bobo music to hip life, bongo flavor to soukous, Afrobeat and Dumbolo and Makossa to Kwaito. The African Beat on VOA has it all. and it's happening right here, Mondays through Fridays at 09:05 and 20:05 UTC, right after the international news.
Around the clock, the Voice of America keeps you in touch with the latest news.
Tune in at the top of every hour, every day of the week.
For the 5-minute VOA newscast.
We bring you reports from our correspondents and interviews with newsmakers from around the globe.
Give us 5 minutes, and we'll give you the world.
VOA, your trusted source for news and information.
And that wraps up the December 1st edition of the show. Thank you for tuning in.
I get it.
I hope you all have a nice and sporty weekend. I'm VOA's Sonny Young in Washington. And that's the sunny side of sports.
I get it.
All right. It is 2:00 right here on NRP Media. That was the sunny side of sports, a feature inside Sports 365 on a Saturday like this. We are back with more right after we do this.
NRP radio listeners, hey, welcome to nrpmediaja.com, the National Religious Partnership Media and Radio. Join us right here on this platform every Saturday at 1 o'clock for Sports 365 with your host, Coach Lodds, Ludlow Lodibi Barker. He'll be your host of Sports 365 right here on nrpmediaja.com every Saturday at 1 o'clock. Join him, participate, and be part of the sports discussion. It's going to be Sports 365 on nrpmediaja.com. Coach Lodds will be leading the team of panelists, and of course, we'll be bringing you all the news and information that are happening right there in the world of sports. Sports 365 on nrpmediaja.com, reaching you where you are. No boundaries, no limitations.
All right, and thank you so much for staying with us right here on Sports 365. It is your sports center. It is the place for all your sporting needs. Of course, we've got information from the international scene and all over. Today's program, as we have said before, brought to you by Four Seasons Sports Closet. Four Seasons Sports Closet. They are located in Manfully, Manchester. Let's hear from them one more time.
Four Seasons Sports and Equipment, the Sports Closet, now located at shop number 3, Leaders Plaza, Nashville, Mandeville, Manchester. Call them today at 876-613-7429. Cellular phone 876-363-8323 or 876-546-0630. Yes, you asked for it and now you got it. Four Seasons Sports and Equipment. Shop with us for a wide range of sporting goods and equipment. It's Four Seasons Sports and Equipment. Sports Closet, you'll never go asking for anymore.
All right, and as we informed you, right now happening over there in Manfully in Manchester is the netball and football rally of the Jamaica Teachers Association. We hope that at some point we'll be able to get some information from that side to provide for you. But we did indicate before that we would be also providing you with some information, the post game football competition that is between, I think, Jamaica and Panama, that was held right here in Kingston, Jamaica, during the course of the week, or was it last weekend, somewhere there. We've got that interview that we want to share with you. So we want you to stay tuned right here on this program. We go on to 2:30, but we'll definitely have for you some more information coming out of the sporting arenas of the world. All right. So definitely we're going to share those information with you. But we're just going to go back now, as I said, and just to remind you of some of the things that we informed you of earlier, that the Reggae Boys remain 55th in the November edition of the FIFA World Cup rankings, and Jamaica remains 6th in the CONCACAF and number 1 in the Caribbean based on the last FIFA rankings. That's very important news for Jamaica as we move forward. So at this time, we're going to be providing for you the interview that was done, the post-match press conference that was held, following the 1-1 draw between Jamaica and Panama, the CONCACAF World Gold Cup qualifiers that was held right here in Kingston. We're going to share that information with you right here on this platform. So stay tuned as we bring that to you, and then we'll come back. Hopefully we can get go over there to Manford in Manchester and hear from the folks that are over that side. So let's just share this video with you, and as soon as we get this one going, then we will definitely be able to get somebody to speak with us as we come to you live on Sports 365. So let's go on over now and hear from the team in terms of what happened. Let's go.
We have Coach Xavier and Captain Chindu Asha. Coach, another competitive game, 1-1 draw. I'm sure you would not want, you never wanted it this way. You probably wanted to have to be 3-0 at halftime, but not so. Take us through the game and give us a feel.
Yes, it was a competitive game. Things didn't go according to plan as best as possible, but we created some opportunities. Unfortunately, we couldn't get an solution. But of course, they were competitive. They had their objectives too. We have to also remember that we're playing against an opponent who has a plan, and we have to find means and ways of breaking them down, which I think a couple of times we did. They were smart in their approach as well. Of course, it's a unit that has been together, so we anticipate that there's some amount of possession in what they've done in certain areas. That's the way it is. We just wanted to ensure that we didn't lose tonight. That was the first objective. Of course, we wanted to win, but we're still in the shot there going into the final.
Coach, what are some of the areas you thought we lost this match? What are some of the areas?
We just didn't score. We had to score goals to win. We just didn't get on the score sheet.
Coach, the initial statement just now saying that the first objective was not to lose. Was it in your thought why you didn't make more changes, because it looked as if a couple of the girls were leaving? Yeah,
and we also that too, but we also have to remember we are in a different dynamics than the other two teams. We have 2 games in 5 days. Each of them have just a 1-half game. We have to be smart in terms of our approach and what we do. I just couldn't be just erratic and just make subs. I know what I'm working with. I understand the dynamics. I understand the situation that we are in. We're just gonna give it all on Sunday.
So you're saying it would have been easier to draw here in your own venue and try to win away?
It's not about winning away. We have to assess the teams. And if you ask me and if you watch both games, who do you think would have been a better opponent to beat? Certainly I fancy my chance more against Guatemala. Of course we went out for the win. Unfortunately it didn't happen. But we didn't want to be erratic and throw numbers in front and then we end up losing again. It was a close game, good opposition. Again, as I said, we just have to be smart in terms of our approach.
One more. In terms of the approach, was it instinctive of the team to attack the left-hand side of the Panamanians? Because that's where I saw most of our attacks come from.
Yeah, most of our attack came there because, of course, they created an overload on that same side. So, of course, we realized that the gaps were there, so we just had to exploit it. We wanted to exploit in both areas, which we did first half. We exploit spaces in between the wing back and in the wide areas. And that's unfortunately, we just didn't put away the opportunities that we got.
The other one for Chinelo, in terms of the other game, which is also a must-win game if you guys are to advance to the playoff. How confident are you that you can actually turn things around and get Jamaica in the playoff?
Yeah, I mean, I think we are just as confident as we entered the game today. This group has shown a lot and proven themselves a lot. It's a young group, but we've been coming out very hungry. And I think we're very confident that we can pull a win. And we're not going to take Guatemala easy. They're going to come out strong as well. But yeah, I think we definitely have what it takes to get some points there.
Coach, you mentioned seeing the Guatemala team and you too, Ms. Asha. What do you think you need to do to get that result? How difficult will it be to get that result now, based on what you saw from them first?
To be honest, I don't think it's difficult. I don't know if you saw the last game that we played, the amount of opportunities that we created, But also we are mindful in terms of how they play and what they're going to do and what they have to offer. In terms of personnel, we just have to nullify their strengths and continue to exploit their weaknesses that we saw. I think we have, in terms of speed and depth, we have a better unit to attack the Guatemalans and areas that we think we need to exploit.
Ms. Asha, so you are on the field with them. What's your feedback from them?
I mean, I'll echo what Coach says. I agree with him, and the only thing I'll add is that we're already continuing to build on the chemistry. We've played 3 games now together, and I think we're starting to gel a bit more. So I think that'll be a really good advantage for us, and just being confident. We have a lot of talent, so just keeping that showcase will be good for us.
And as a captain, can we expect you to be leading from the front on the pitch on Sunday?
Of course. Show up with my boots tied. Yeah.
Just one more from me. 2 players were missing from the original squad. It was announced, Sashana and Ashanti Paul, I think her name is. What's the update on her?
Injuries.
So Paul is available to play once she overcomes her injury?
No, I don't think she'll be available to play for this game.
Okay.
So summing up then, Coach, your confidence level overall going into Guatemala is high?
Certainly.
Any more? All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Ash.
GKG Online, it's the fastest and easiest way to get a code. Click, that's it.
Tell me something in Jamaican patois.
You don't know, big up to all Jamaica 14 parishes, eh? Yeah, man, Bomba Rascata, we this Global Empress International. We don't really knock off. Big up to all foreigners overseas. Salute.
And after 20 years, I'm finally back in Jamaica. My first time in Kingston. I've had so many requests, people telling me what do I have against Jamaica. I have nothing against Jamaica. I'm excited to be here and I have a special guest, my boy Matthew. Wagwan.
Welcome, David. Yeah, man. You have to get the lingo right.
Nah, I'm learning. Wagwan.
Yeah, man. Welcome to
Thank you
Jamrock.
so much, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
So where are we today?
Right now, we're in Kingston. We're starting in Kingston, and we have to be at the epic place for food in Jamaica. Food in Kingston, Hero Circle. It's a must start when you come to Jamaica. Hero Circle is one of the places that is famous for their local Jamaican food and also some extreme things that we can get into here.
I'm excited. I see crabs everywhere. So many crabs, mountains of crabs.
It is crab season. In Jamaica, how we know it's crab season? Any month that doesn't have R.
No R?
No R.
No crab.
No crab. Same go.
Perfect.
Yeah, man.
Let's go right here?
Right over here.
Let's do it. Gotta be careful here. Hero Circle?
Hero
What are these? These are huge.
Yeah, man, this is our local land crab. People around the world know it as mud crab. We call it land crab.
A mud crab, so you can find this in the swamps.
You find this in the swamps, they cross the roads. This type of month, when it's rainy season, they're out and about. And it's one of the delicacies. You see it's on the street side, you just stop, get one, get two. Beautiful.
And we just open them up and it's a soup?
Yeah, it's spicy.
It's spicy.
It have Scotch bonnet pepper on it.
Woo!
So yeah, man.
Give me that Scotch bonnet.
It have Scotch bonnet. The whole pot is just soaked with flavor.
Oh, I'm excited. Let's go. Let's
one
eat
of
this.
the main ingredients as well, Jamaica's most important spice, pimento.
Pimento. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what makes our jerk, and that's what makes the crab spicy with the Scotch bonnet.
So no pimento, no jerk.
You want to taste it?
Oh, yes, please.
All right, tell it.
It is a little spicy. The only problem with crab, not enough meat. So let's see this thing. Oh yeah. So much flavor. You gonna crack it now?
Crack it.
Woo!
Alice, how long have you been doing this?
20 years right here?
More than 20.
More than 20. Look at all that meat. Beautiful claw. Mm-hmm. We love the spice.
Yeah, man, the spice level.
So you just dipped it?
Oh, she just
made it
dipped
spicy.
in there. Yeah, man. And so yeah, that's
The broth.
Broth with that.
Oh, Scotch bonnet.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Oh, it's good. So this is how they do it? Just come here, get a few crabs?
Get a few crab, get some corn, get some soup. You have coconut?
Yeah.
So right here is one of the few places you'll find in Jamaica where once you get the spice from that, you get a roast corn and you get a dry coconut to eat with the roast corn. Because our corn isn't like sweet corn in America. So you have to add something to it to sweeten it. It's also a lot more tough. Oh.
Oh, whoa.
Look at that.
Oh.
The meatiness, the
Open it
juiciness
up.
of it. Just like that. And that's all you.
That's all me?
You dipped it. You dip it or dip it again, man. More spice.
One more?
Double the heat, double the flavor.
Yeah, ready?
Double the sweet.
Spicy.
Yeah, man. So we can't
Spicy
get a
crabs. Fantastic.
One more big one.
Oh.
Big crab?
Yeah, man.
That was amazing. Sweet and spicy. So much meat. Almost like the stone crabs in Miami.
Yeah. We have a crab here that's similar to the stone crab.
I can suck on these crabs all day. When you pull, even if you don't get the meat, you get the flavor. You can literally sit here all day and just eat.
That's beautiful. Not like a crab claw with all that spice, all that seasoning, and all that Scotch bonnet pepper. It's beautiful.
And this is the back? The chest? This you just suck. Oh. A Scotch bonnet. You gotta break it open. Whoa. Some good crabs, man. So my hands are dirty. So come right over here and wash up.
Come dry. Yeah, we have some.
And that's clean water. Yeah. So we have some spice. Now we're gonna get something to cool down, right?
Yeah, man.
You want beer?
Beer?
Yeah.
What beer do you have?
We have cold beer.
Cold beer, Red Stripe, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Red Stripe.
It's been a while. Red Stripe is the national beer of Jamaica. Yeah, I'll have a beer. Why not?
The beer of Jamaica. The one thing that you have to try when the sun hot and the music sweet, this will make you move your feet.
The good stuff. I love this. Red Stripe, classic bottle, a little dark. Obviously that protects from the light. Oh, nothing like a cool lager to cool you down. Cheers, cheers.
Roast corn go with the coconut. Also the boiled corn.
So you got some corn and you have some roasted coconut.
So the breadfruit is in there to thicken the soup up. It's not going to be served like a yam or like a potato in there. It's actually a thickening agent. To hear that you're having chicken foot, so you're having steppers.
I like chicken feet.
That's a nice range. I think I'll take steppers.
I'll take steppers too. Doesn't sound great.
This is it. And then we serve it with what in the pot.
See what that smells
Those are like
good.
provisions. So it's a cook down.
Yeah, man. So this is
So
saltfish.
oil down, oil down.
Oil down, pretty much. Yeah, man. More flavor. So it's saltfish, it's cucumber, it is onion, scotch bonnet pepper, has to be in there. And the saltfish itself, that is what you put on top. You lather it on to the yam, and it rehydrates the yam and adds that flavor, that saltiness, brings out more flavor in the yam. You ask about Usain Bolt. Yam is what sold out after Usain Bolt beat the world record, because he's from the part of Jamaica where Trelawney, where yam is mostly come from, and yam is sold. And after that, they asked him, why you run so fast? The yam from Trelawney.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the yam is what gives him
The yam's what
the
gives us
energy.
stamina. Yeah, man.
Sorry. It's amazing. Oh, that's the yam.
Yes, that's a yellow yam.
Oh, right there?
Right there in the corner.
Taste it now and tell them.
In the corn husk.
In the corn husk.
Do I actually eat the corn husk? This is my plate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cucumber. Ooh, so hot.
Yeah, it's hot. Careful.
Spicy.
Everything's gonna be spicy.
I love it,
in
man.
Jamaica, you come for the heat.
It's fantastic. I've only had cucumber so far. Let me get into the saltfish.
But what they do is they rehydrate it, so it has to go into water to soak to take some of that saltness off of it. Either that or they roast it as well and scrape it.
Very salty, dense.
Yeah, so once you put that on the dry roast now,
it tastes
so
nice.
it really just complements it.
And spicy. For me, it's like maybe a 7 spice level.
Yeah. About
I do
there.
spice.
It could. It's not like the pot. Drink that and you're good. If you did have the purple pepper in the know,
Purple pepper. Don't give me that. they told me it's a wiri pepper. No,
Grim
not.
Reaper.
Oh, the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, man. They said that spoils the pots.
Oh, now I feel the heat because my eyes.
Started to
Yeah.
There we go.
I feel it now. Look at my eyes, bro. Oh my God. Sorry, you killed me. You killed me. Kill me. You killed me. I feel the heat.
Scotch bonnet pepper and everything here.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna have it later with some yam.
Okay, Dad.
I won't lie. That was hot. That reminded me of pepper pot in Guyana. The heat.
Add some coal into it to keep the fire so that it keeps bubbling and stuff. So that's why they actually take the crab out so that the crab doesn't overcook. So when she breaks it apart like that, that meat comes out flush. That's how you know a perfectly cooked crab.
Ember is inside the tire, the rim.
That is the way. You have a purple one?
Purple. Don't scare me.
You see how she even do it with her hand?
I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
That one is not even purple good.
The Sports Closet, now located. Four Seasons Sports and Equipment. The Sports Closet, now located at shop number 3, Leaders Plaza, Nashville, Mandeville, Manchester. Call them today at 876-613-7429. Cellular phone 876-363-8323 or 876-546-0630. Yes, you asked for it and now you got it. Four Seasons Sports and Equipment. Shop with us for a wide range of sporting goods and equipment. It's Four Seasons Sports and Equipment. Sports Closet, you'll never go asking for any more.
Hold on. Have you? Can talk to me?
Reach from this court. Park up.
Just walk over with where the tent is and ask for him.
Several tents there.
Yeah, but he's somewhere on the ground. I wouldn't know exactly where he's on the ground.
Yeah, my number for him can send to place.
But if he's there and you're there, you need to talk to him in person.
Yes, Mr. Nash, but if I can't find 6,000 person for one person, if you have a number, I can just call him. This is Mr. Jones, I'm here, where are you?
Call them today at 876-613-7429. Cellular phone 876-363-8323 or 876-546-0630. Yes, you asked for it and now you got it. Four Seasons Sports and Equipment. Shop with us for a wide range of sporting goods and equipment. It's Four Seasons Sports and Equipment. Sports Closet, you'll never go asking for any more.
550-0922. 550-0922.
All right, thanks.
All right.
Tune into Your Health and Wellness Show at 8:30 p.m. every last Saturday on NRP Media JA with Clayton and Hyacinth Johnson. This program brings clarity to all your health and wellness concerns. Your Health and Wellness Show is sponsored by Clayton's Nutritional Center, Main Street, Walk, St. Catherine, where they utilize the best of science and nature for optimum health. Call 876-378-8625 or 876-453-4968 to book your appointment. See you soon.
NRP radio listeners, hey, welcome to nrpmediaja.com, the National Religious Partnership Media and Radio. Join us right here on this platform every Saturday at 1 o'clock for Sports 365 with your host, Coach Ludlow Lodi B. Barker. He'll be your host of Sports 365 right here on nrpmediaja.com every Saturday at 1 o'clock. Join him, participate, and be part of the sports discussion. It's going to be Sports 365 on nrpmediaja.com. Coach Lodds will be leading the team of panelists, and of course we'll be bringing you all the news and information that are happening right there in the world of sports. Sports 365 on nrpmediaja.com, reaching you where you are. No boundaries, no limitations.
Thank you so much for keeping it locked right here on Sports 365, happening on the National Religious Partnership Media and Radio, NRP Media and Radio. And of course, our platform is nrpmediaja.com. And on YouTube, it's NRP Media JA. On Facebook, it is NRP Media JA. And of course, under the name LEAON Nash. All right. We do hope and trust that you have been enjoying the information that we have been bringing to you, and just going back to see if there is any additional information that we can share with you as it pertains to what's happening over there at the Manchester High School, where the JTA is hosting its JTA netball and football competition. I'm going to try my best to see if we can make a telephone link with the chairman and to find out from him what's going on in that neck of the woods. All right, so give me a moment as we come to you live with touch base with the chairman, Mr. Kemar Bailey. All right, and of course he can tell us what's going on that side of the world before we wrap up our program this afternoon here on air. All right, so we're making a link with him at this time. And of course, hopefully he's in a position to speak with us. Mr. Kemar Bailey, how are you doing?
Good, sir.
All right, this is Leon Nash. Sorry, I'm not able to be in the space, but I'm able to get in my studio, and we are live on air at this time. Can you give us a few minutes of your time to tell us what's happening on the grounds?
Yes, sir.
All right, stand by for me. Let me mic you up. All right, so as we said, we've got Mr. Kemar Bailey online, and we do have, as hopefully be streaming the activity, we've got our videographer who is already on the ground to take you through the final moments of the day's activities. Mr. Bailey, you're live. Tell us what's going on at Manchester High at this time.
Yes, so good afternoon to you and your listeners. It's a beautiful day here in Manchester, and we have a buzz here on the grounds of Manchester High School, as the teachers are participating in the netball and football competition as we speak.
Mm-hmm. Right. So take us through in terms of what happened from this morning, which teams went up or against which teams, and what's the kind of scoreline we've had in terms of netball and football.
Well, it seems as if all of the teams they have been practicing because we are not really seeing a gap as it relates to the scoreline. So it's a really competitive setting in both the football and netball. So the teachers are really having fun and enjoying themselves.
I know that some parishes were not able to be there today. How many parishes we have competing in both netball and football?
At the moment for football, we have 12, and we have also 12 for netball.
All right. So as I mentioned before, the teams have started the competition since morning. Would you mind drawing near to the scorers and to get us a feedback in terms of what was the scoreline between the teams that have so far participated in both netball and football? Can you do that?
I'm somewhere in the middle between the netball and the football, but at the moment, most of the football games, we have nil on scoreline because I said it is really competitive. Mm-hmm. But Kingston seem to be pushing in front on the football side, likewise Trelawney. Mm-hmm. Those are two teams I can give you at the moment. Mm-hmm. And as it relates to the netball component, Manchester is doing well, St. James is doing well, and I also see St. Catherine coming into the mix and also Kingston.
Who is the defending champions in both netball and football?
Well, Trelawney for the football component, uh-huh. and it's St. James for netball.
Okay. And based on how things are, no leaders emerging yet in terms of whether or not those two teams will be, taking back the trophy back to their various parishes.
This time is too early to say because we're still going through the group stage, and sometimes it goes down to the wire, and it's all about goal difference and also head-to-head and all kind of stuff. So I don't want to call it this time around.
Well, as you said, it's still early days, and so calling it now would be putting your foot in the mouth, eh? All right. So what time do you think that, look at how things are rolling now, about what time would be a wrap-up time for today's activities?
It seems as if I made it somewhere along 4:35 because it gets dark pretty early, so we have to close by that point. Right.
But we want to wish you all the best, and we'll be watching. As I said before, the streamer is on the compound right now and setting up, I believe, and so we'll be watching to see what takes place.
And thank you very much to you and your team for actually providing us with that coverage.
Thank you so much. And so, for persons who are watching at this time, your last word to them, in terms of who are listening this medium, and I will definitely carry the word to the rest of persons who are in the region. What would you say to them in terms of coming to the compound?
it's not too late to make your way to Manchester High School. And also, in case you miss it today, come next week Friday, we'll be having the first round of our league format of football and netball competition. So get in contact with your parish president, and you will be notified as to the location for the game, and then you can actually come out with the teachers at Jamaica. Their time.
Wonderful. And as a matter of fact, they can log on to Jamaica Teachers Association on the YouTube and on Facebook at Jamaica Teachers in just a moment for when the stream of the rest of the activities for the day would start. Thank you so much, Mr. Kemar Bailey, Chairman of the JTA Sports Committee.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of the day, sir.
You too.
All right. Okay, so we got the word in there from Mr. Kemar Bailey, the chairman of the sports committee, right here on NRP Sports 365 before we wrap up. And once again, for those of you who want to know, Jamaica is well positioned in terms of the FIFA rankings. Right, so to wrap things up today, we're going to tell you one more time, for those who are just joining us, that Jamaica is well positioned. And, moving forward, they'll be definitely doing well. So Jamaica Reggae Boys remain at 55th in the November edition of the FIFA World Cup rankings. And Jamaica remains 6th in the CONCACAF and number 1 in the Caribbean based on the latest FIFA rankings. All right. And to also let you know that media persons who have not yet been credentialed for the final will be, there's going to be the 2023 CONCACAF Caribbean Cup Media Day, all right? That is being set up. Cavalier FC and SV Robin Hood players and head coaches, they are going to be participating in that. This is scheduled for December 5, starting at 8:30 in the morning, all right? The local time. Complete schedule is definitely available for the media persons. So this is going to be at the National Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica, and it will be also virtually. So Tuesday, December 5, all roads will lead to Kingston, Jamaica for this very, very important Cavalier FC official training. First 15 minutes will be open to the media, and thereafter, it will continue in another format. Robin Hood official training, first 50 minutes open to media at 14:45, and the Cavalier FC Media Day, head coach and 3 players will be taking over that slot, and it will continue. But the date is December 5. Listen out for more information right here on the station or on other formats or platforms that you are used to. This has been Sports 365 for today, the second day of December 2023. We thank you so much for being part of it, and definitely look forward to sharing with you another time around. My name is Leon Nash. It was indeed my pleasure and a privilege to definitely advance information to you as we continue to reach you where you are. As we always say, there are no boundaries and there are no limitations whatsoever. So stay tuned. We will have more information coming your way when we do have them right here on this station. Hopefully this evening at 7, we should be back with you for the program that is the Weekend's Gospel Show Saturday edition. Once I do have the energy and all of that, because under the weather a little bit, but we thank you so much for being there with us. This is it for today at 24 minutes going up to 3.
Four Seasons Sports and Equipment, the Sports Closet, now located at shop number 3, Leaders Plaza, Nashville, Mandeville, Manchester. Call them today at 876-613-7429. Cellular phone 876-363-8323 or 876 546-0630. Yes, you asked for it and now you got it. Four Seasons Sports and Equipment. Shop with us for a wide range of sporting goods and equipment. It's Four Seasons Sports and Equipment. Sports closets you'll never go asking for anymore.